These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Jane Caffrey with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Our team at ABC15 getting an update to developing news. Right now, Phoenix police telling us a man is dead after a shooting we told you about this morning. This happened near 43rd Avenue and Buckeye. Officers arrived to find that man shot and say he died on scene. Detectives are now investigating and say they plan to share more details later today, and we will share those with you once we get them. Developing right now, we're learning several people have been hospitalized after a multi-car wreck in Surprise. It all happened at the intersection of Saraville and Waddell just before 11 this morning. We're still working to get an update on their condition. All lanes of traffic in the area are back open. As the stalemate in Washington continues, President Trump is now urging Senate Republicans to use the so-called nuclear option and eliminate the filibuster. That's the self-imposed 60-vote threshold used in the Senate to approve legislation. Without it, the Republican Party could pass a funding bill using its simple majority and without the support from a single Democrat. So far, Republican leaders have worked to avoid going that route because it could allow a Democratic majority to enact laws on its own down the line. And we will be following this story very closely as it continues to develop. In just a few days, a handful of mayoral contestants and 2 races for governor will be decided, giving voters their first chance to respond to the opening months of the Trump administration. ABC's Rena Roy shows us how major national issues and rising frustration could shape those elections. Fall is usually synonymous with leaf peeping season in many parts of the country, like up in Flagstaff. But the amount of time visitors have to snap the perfect picture of autumn's majestic colors is a bit shorter than usual this year, and drought may be to blame. Weeks of drought have muted this year's autumn colors across the country and sent leaves fluttering to the ground earlier than usual. More than 40% of the country was considered to be in a drought in early October, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor.
Even deep-rooted plants like trees can sometimes start feeling that stress when the drought gets significant. So you go from green to brown and then early leaf drop without the vibrant colors in between that we like to see this time of year.
Despite the gloomy forecast, autumn enthusiasts say it's still a great year to get out and enjoy all of those yellows, oranges, and reds of fall. And tracking Dia de los Muertos events across the valley, Cultural Coalition is holding its 14th annual Day of the Dead Festival tomorrow at the Arizona Center. The free family event runs from 4 to 9 with mariachi music, food trucks, and art activities. Apache Junction will also have a celebration at the library tomorrow. That's from 1 p.m. to 3. And you can also celebrate at the Desert Botanical Garden. They're holding events until Monday, starting with Altar on View at 8 a.m. The Phoenix Zoo also holding art activities, performances, live music, and more. That all starts tomorrow, 9 a.m. Today is Halloween, and that means, of course, there are plenty of events happening all across the valley today and throughout the weekend that you'll want to check out. Chandler's annual Halloween Spooktacular runs from 5:30 to 8:30 tonight in downtown with a costume parade, trunk or treating, and carnival games. The Omni Scottsdale Resort at Monte Lucia is hosting its Los Muertos celebration from 7 p.m. to midnight. That has Mexican cuisine, craft cocktails, live music, and a costume contest. Well, you can call this a wild emu chase. One of the fastest birds in the world had Cottonwood police in full pursuit. Look at this. After multiple 911 calls about the bird zigzagging through traffic, police and animal control were able to work together and capture the bird. And we're happy to report no person or bird was injured.
Tracking your forecast, I'm meteorologist Justin Haas. We have a beautiful weekend shaping up for us. A bit on the warm side. Now we'll start the valley off on Saturday morning around 62 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. Lots of sunshine in store. Warming up to 88 degrees. We should be closer to 83 this time of the year, so definitely on the warm side. Meanwhile, up in the high country, a chilly start in the morning up in Flagstaff, the Canyon. Window Rock all in the 20s, 30s for Winslow and Show Low, 40s for Payson, and 53 for Sedona. Afternoon highs looking nice across the high country. 60s and 70s there along the rim, 75 for Payson. Meanwhile, the lower deserts getting into the upper 80s and even a few 90s on the board. Now, high pressure is kind of rebuilding its way back in. That's going to help send those temperatures back up. By Sunday, we're at 90 degrees and likely will be close to that here as we get into Monday as well. Only difference is that is going to bring some moisture into our mid levels of our atmosphere, bringing some clouds in. That could help pull those temperatures down to 89 for Monday and Tuesday. Otherwise, as we get late in the week, that high pressure moves east and our temperatures start to respond as well, going back down to the mid 80s to wrap up the work week.